Hello and welcome. It is so nice to see you guys. If you know what I mean. I obviously can't see you, but so nice that you guys have joined. I am very close to Insurance Auto Auction, and although summer is over and cold months are ahead of us, colder and colder and more rainier weather and whatnot, I am still buying up motorcycles. And if you guys are following the channel, I no longer have my R8. That's the car that lived in the garage pretty much its entire life that I owned it in my ownership. And I don't plan on keeping the Corvette for a long time. So the garage will be more or less dedicated to motorcycles and not cars. So over the colder months, I am planning to buy as many as I can afford. And then those that are good to go, I will obviously try to sell them. I'm not like actively looking to buy expensive stuff or whatnot. And the two motorcycles that I am picking up from Insurance Auction today, the winning bid was 25 bucks. On IA, you cannot get them any cheaper than that. Copart has bidding on certain vehicles or motorcycles starting at 5 bucks. IA is $25, no less. So I figured I'm not gonna get him cheaper anyway. Might as well throw a bid on him, see what happens. So I got two bikes, and well, one is a motorcycle, one is a moped. I think the motorcycle is a Chinese brand. I have no idea what it is, but it has a clean title. It's kind of taken apart a little bit. Hopefully I get the parts with it. And then the plan is, if I could get it to start, just list it for sale. I think I'm $144, $149 into each bike. So if I sell it for 300 bucks, double my money, that's not too bad. But we'll see what happens. Let me go inside, tell them I'm here, make sure that they could start loading him out, grab the title paperwork for him. I can't lose. At this price point, I can't lose, but welcome to another video. Okay, here's the first one. We'll take a closer look. The second one is at a different location, so I am going to rush there because it's kind of on the other side of Portland. Strapped it down the best way I could, and if it tips over, it tips over. It ain't really a heavy moped, but it is what it is. Let's go. Here's the other thing. That moped actually looks really, really nice. Obviously it has damage, but when I bought it, they didn't show what the miles were. That thing has only 1,000 miles, like just a little over 1,000, like 1,006, something like that. And you could tell those are the actual miles. The chrome is shiny. The tires look nearly brand new. I mean, the condition overall is really, really good. But obviously it's damaged, and it looks like it has carbon fiber fairings, plastics. I don't know if they're real or not. But with moped, I couldn't put it into gear because I don't think they really work that way, if that makes sense. So and one thing I've learned with like motorcycles and whatnot, I absolutely hate transporting them because they are so darn difficult to strap down. We're gonna wing it. If it falls, it falls. I mean, it sucks for people around me, but I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. But unplanned, we are going to the other Insurance Auction Portland location, which is probably 25 minutes from here. And then I get to take him home and figure that out. But it's getting a little late, and we're gonna be traffic, so I'll probably take the trailer back to the lot tomorrow. It is what it is. We adapt and we roll with it. I am out of here. Two bikes loaded up. This one is tough. Condition isn't the greatest. It has a clean title, but it was like a charity donation. I did get a whole bunch of parts with it, including exhaust. I don't think I'll lose any money on it. See, the thing is, like, I bought a lot of motorcycles over the summer. Let's just say this year, I bought tens of them. Some of them weren't like the best. but I still made money on every single one, especially those with a clean title. Those that were in-op, non-runners, didn't turn over, nothing, I still made money on them. I think this one, the story will be the same. The problem is it's a Chinese bike. If it was, you know, like a older Honda or like a Yamaha with a 250cc engine, it would have been a lot easier because people search it easier. This one, I think the challenge will be advertising it. I don't even know what it's called, the motorcycle, but we'll see how it goes. Seems to be mostly there for the most part. Yeah. The other thing is, I took my jump box to the lot this morning, the one I have at home, and I forgot it there. So I won't be starting any bikes today unless they start on their own, which I highly doubt it, but at the very least, I'll photograph this clean title one today. After we take a look at it, I'll list it, and who knows. Even if I sell it for $150, I'm okay with that. Chalk it up as a break-even, time wasted type of scenario. But I'm sure I'll get more out of it. It's a bike with an engine and wheels and tires. My thing is, like, I don't really want to part it out. I think it would be very long to do so, but we'll see. This is the motorcycle that I placed a $25 bid on, and I was like, if I get it, I get it. It's cheap enough. And then a few days later, I went back, looked at it, and I was like, I don't want to deal with it. It's a Chinese bike. I don't think I've ever bought a Chinese bike. I mean, I bought like Chinese quads for the kids to beat on over summer, but those were brand new. And the last one has warranty on it, so it's like, not this. Anyways, we're heading home. We'll take a better look at both purchases.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Made it. Nothing tipped over. Everything is still strapped down. But there it is. Yeah, chain is rusted. I do have this whole rear fairing piece I'll try to put together. So this is a 2007 Hensem, you know, it's Car Donation Foundation, whatever that means. But tires have tread on them, but I don't know how old they are. Again, I think it's worth $150. Somebody could obviously fix it up and then use it, and I mean, probably worth $1,000 in good running order. I don't know what the miles are. Okay, well, that's not very accurate because that shows 444 and that only shows you 11. Let's see if we twist this. Oh, look at that. Oh. So there we go. 11 miles on the bike. Yeah, it doesn't go the other way. I mean, is it accurate? 11 miles if it's a Chinese bike? Oh, and I have no keys for it. So, could already see the peacock. That's all like caked, and that's supposed to go somewhere. Anyways, this is a project. I don't want to part it out. I'd almost like rather give it away for free than part it out. Let me unstrap it, unload it, show you guys what parts I got for it. This thing looks like carbon fiber up top, carbon fiber at the bottom there. I don't know if that's factory or not, but here we have it. Rusted, heck of rusted. At least we have the rear fairing, and obviously once I put everything kind of back on the bike, or at least somewhat on the bike, it'll look a lot better and more presentable, and then it'll be worth all of $300, man. Actually, that's probably what I'll list it for, $300, and see what happens. This one though, I don't know. Do we even have keys for this one? I see this. So yeah, we do have keys for it. Let's see if I could, no, I'm not gonna risk it, but nothing. Maybe ignition needs to be on. Okay, let me unstrap these and then we'll see what we could figure out. Let's take a look at this one. Both bikes, I'll just call them bikes, have been unstrapped, but check this out. Nice, hard, Look at that, all of that just looks so new. No corrosion, no rust, none of it. And I don't know if this is real carbon or not. I mean, it goes up here, so it's not a wrap. But I don't know much about these bikes, so it could be like plastic in a carbon color trim. But then why wouldn't they do it here and etc. Yeah, the only thing is here, but that's probably just from heat. Well, let's check oil since we are right here and I saw it. Right at the bottom, so not terrible, but we do have oil. All right, well, let's see if he'll start. I got the key uncut. Let me jump on that. I don't remember last time. Oh, look, headlights are on. So battery might be okay. Don't remember the last time I've had a scooter. Look at that. She cranks. I don't know what this is. Might have to push it off the trailer and then see what happens. Maybe with two hands. But hey, it turns over. And if this one will be a runner, that's our headlight. If this one will end up being a runner, it's a big win, I would say. Okay. Kickstand up. So it turns over, and 1,000 miles I would expect it to turn over. Let me jump off this thing so I don't fall off of it. I put some fuel in it right here. Found the mirrors to this thing, although I don't know if they'll work or not, but let's see if she'll start now with more fuel. Ugh. What is this? Has tape over it. Let's see, and I don't even know what that means. Does that mean don't start? Oh! Maybe that's what I meant. Okay, so it starts, or at least tries to. So I'm assuming it'll run. It's like she wants to go, but not really at the same time. I don't think it's a carbureted engine either. But what do I know? Maybe I'll just let it sit. I need to find where the battery is, charge it up all the way. But, I mean, we heard it. Like runs for a split second, now it doesn't want to run at all. I feel like I am torturing this poor thing. Alrighty, well, I guess closer to the garage. Throw it on a trickle charger, let it charge up for a few hours, and then try again with a good battery. Moped is on a trickle charger now. There we go. It is going. Now, do something with this thing. At least make it look somewhat presentable so that I can sell it. And if I get the moped running, then I will list the moped for sale as well. I will not be parting it out. If I can't get it running, then y'all most likely be a part out. But this is next.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
It was decent, then the rain came. I'm glad I'm not loading and unloading during the rain though. But there it is. Doesn't it look a lot better? I did install this. I did wipe it down a little bit. It was obviously stored outside, so we do have rust, but we actually have plates for it as well. I don't know, you guys tell me, 300 bucks? Double my money? Think it's worth it? But after I wipe down the engine, it actually does look like a very low mileage example. Obviously like rust points, but aside from that, just from a simple wipe down, like if you just focus on that, or like here, once it's wiped down, this cover looks to be low miles. Moped is still charging. I'm not gonna try to start it. I will photograph this thing. I will list it. and honestly see what happens. If I could double my money on this one, that means I got the moped for free, or vice versa. See, it's okay. Like one more or less loss, and even then, if it's $150 loss, like that's not a big loss. I've lost a lot more on cars, so you guys get a video. I knew, you know, after I placed the bid, I was like, oh, I probably don't want it. And they actually did. They countered me at 150. And I said, nope, no more than 25 bucks, and they still accepted. I did have like that slight, I'm not gonna get this thing, and I'm not gonna bid on it next week. And then an hour later, it's like, oh, they accepted your bid. And I was like, well, shoot. Okay, here we are. Photographing it, listing it for sale. Hopefully, hopefully we see it sold in this video, and then hopefully we get the moped running and maybe get that thing sold as well.
Several days later.
Hip hop, hooray! No, don't you do it. No, don't die. Alrighty guys, so here's the update. This thing runs. So, the day that I picked these up is the day I sold the other motorcycle. You guys saw I put it together, I photographed it, listed it for sale, and closer to 11 p.m. someone came and picked it up. That bike is gone. I sold it for $300. I made like $156, so a little bit over doubling my money. That means this scooter that I got is essentially free, or we just look at the other one, I doubled my money, and now we figure out what I'm gonna do with this one. I put on a trickle charger. It charged. Yesterday I tried to start it. So today is the third day of purchase. And again, it would start, it would run for like 3 seconds, and then it would die. Kept trying, nothing really happened. And just now I tried, it ran for like 5 seconds, died. Started it again, ran for another like 6-7 seconds, died. And third time, well, now you guys see it. It is actually running, which is fantastic. That means this one will also be a winner. Win-win, but this one runs, so I should probably get $600-700 bucks out of it. Let's see if I could get this one sold today as well, because today is a beautiful day. We're losing summer, well, we've lost summer, but it's not raining, it's not cold, it's like 74 degrees today. I'm gonna take it down the street, see if it runs and how well it runs. And now I'm gonna photograph it and try to sell this thing today. I am straight up going to wing it. I haven't been on a moped in a while. Whee! Let's go! One-handed, there's no clutch. Heck yeah. Man, do I even want to sell this thing? That's so cool. I left my camera at the house. I'm looking like a solid Fruit Loop with this helmet. Like, these guys are big chillin', we're also big chillin'. And everyone's looking at me like I'm some weirdo. But the scooter runs great. Actually a lot of fun. The last final days. Nice weather. We're gonna be mobbing on a scooter. Looking like a fruitcake, of course. It's a lot of fun, I'll be honest. Little mob mobile. Tell you what guys, the moped is a vibe. I said it years ago, but if we would have lived in like a nicer climate area, Florida, Southern California, or whatever, maybe even parts of Texas, I would have a few mopeds and I would rent them out. They are so easy to ride. It is a vibe. They're not fast, they're not slow. I mean, it's a vibe. That's probably the best way I could explain it. If you've never been on a moped, try it. If you go to Hawaii, whatever, rent a moped. It's a lot of fun. But moped runs. Listed it for sale. Had a whole bunch of people reach out. Had one family come out, oh yeah, it's good, but $600 is too much. I was like, okay, then don't buy it, no problem. Oh, well, we'll think about it, blah, blah, blah. They left. Female shows up. She was very sketchy. She wanted to ride it. She had no cash, no ID. She came in a beat up car. Portland folk, not your best example. And I was like, nope, if you got no cash, I'll ride it down the street so you could see it moves, but I'm not gonna let you ride it. Oh, no problem, if you're worried about it, no problem, blah, 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 we'll think about it. She left. Third, 2 dudes showed up late. I don't know why I keep selling these motorcycles late. They showed up at like 9 p.m. Rode it, both of them, hit almost 60 miles per hour, and I go, it's slow. I was like, dude, it maxes out at 60 miles per hour. There's 2 full adults on this moped. Like, that's surprising. I didn't expect that. Oh no, man, we're messing with you. We just want something to beat on for a few months, and then, you know, if anything, we'll just trash it. If not, we'll resell it. And I sold it to them for, I think, $560. So, moped is gone. The Chinese bike is gone. I, tripled my investment. 1 day worth of work. Very happy with that. I will continue to throw $25 bids on bikes and see what happens. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys joining. Subscribe if you are not a subscriber, and I hope to see you guys in another video.